Alright, this is video 2 on the Linux from Scratch series. We will be building the partition and the formats of them and the swaps. Okay, so I already went ahead and did it because I made a little mistake earlier. Okay, type in CF disk. And you can see I went ahead and formatted everything, but for this I'm just going to delete them all and delete. Alright, let's create a new one. The swap space will be the amount of RAM that we have, I'm pretty sure. Make it at the beginning, don't make it bootable. Scroll down using your arrow keys. Hit new, primary. This will be your root or home partition. I'm trying to think of how much I want to make it. For simplicity, let's just do 1. But if you want to do more than 1, that's fine with me. And type in yes. And quit. Okay, now this is in preparing for the build. See down here, CF disk, which is the graphical one. Alright, and now for the file system. We'll take this, hit Shift Control V, and SDA2. If you, well, whatever yours was in CF disk or F disk. You can also type F disk. I think it's -L. Yeah. And then if you want to switch part, like let's say you have another drive, as in let's say SDB, it's not going to show anything because I don't have one, but it would be for a third one, SDC, D, E, F, G, H, etc., etc. Alright, after we created that, I'm just reading. Okay. Let's make the swap on Shift Control V. SDA1. Alright. I did type that in, right? Yeah. Okay. We will move on now to mount our partition and file system. You can copy it, change it, whatever you want, but I'm just gonna do the guide. Well, you know what, I'll change it up a bit. Alright, let's do mount. Well, let's change the variable actually. What do we want to call this? PSPC is equal to mount. dash ps pc. Let's just do that. Alright. So from now on, anything that is like this we will make it PS, right? Yeah, PS PC instead of LFS. So anything LFS is not that. Actually, I want to change this. Just because I want to. Alright, we'll copy this. And I will edit it to my liking. PSPC. Alright, now for the drive, or the partition. That won't be T. Alright, looks so far so good. And this is what I messed up on earlier, so you might want to read this carefully. This is your root partition, the one that we just made. And if you made another partition for, let's say, user or whatever, but you don't have to, it'll be all on the same partition. Alright, this is probably handy if you made a swap partition, which is generally a good idea. Alright, now that that's on, we can continue. Alright, we can skip this part because I am going to show you how to do it. Wait, maybe... Nope, we needed it to come here. Alright. Just hit next on where you were. And make that. Alright, now that we got that, I will have to be editing almost everything in here instead of just copying and pasting and then going with it. Show. Alright. If you want, you can download them, or for a little shortcut, you can cp -r lfs sources asterisk. That is not the there it is. PSPC sources. Alright. This should copy all of them. If it doesn't, then we are not doing good. Yeah, there we go. It'll take a second. I'm going to check what all we've got going here. Okay, so far so good. Mount, PSPC, firmware, sources. Alright, now we're good to go. Next, we have all of this, and alright, this is to make sure you've got it all set up. You can copy and paste them, whatever. If you did LFS, if you did like me, like PSPC, then you'll have to do this way. Alright. Now, we are ready to go. Maybe. Yes, we need to make a sim link. This will be very, very fun. Editing this, but in the end, I think it's worth it. Alright, let's add our user. Let's make the group called admins. Authority. Admin. Nope. Administrators. Admins is good for me. Now we shall make our guy, well, our user. Alright, this will be your username. User. That's gonna be his username. And our group will be admins. This is the bash directory and the starting directory. Alright, well, yeah. See? Alright. Password of whatever your username was. User. Oh. Let's enter my password. Uh-oh. I think I might have messed up this password right here. Nope. Alright. Finally. Okay. Now we shall change this to username and PSPC. Now we have to do the same thing basically for sources. And we will super user to user. Alright, time to make him happen. We'll set up the environment for him, or it, or whoever uses it, you, us. Alright, I'm making sure this is right. Yeah. Because, see, if I needed to, I would have had to edit that. Alright. Now I have to edit this. Oops. I need to create a new file. Alright. Wait. Now, if you're not doing it like I am, you can always just skip it. And just copy and paste what they put, which would probably be the better thing, but I have to be difficult and do it myself. Alright, now we're good. Yep. I can exit out of Nano. Alright, now we're going to switch to what account we just created. And Viola. We are there. Alright, I'm going to clear. And save. Because I hit my video time limit. So this is it for video 2. Stay tuned for video 3, which will be the very, very fun part.